I was like, "You're gonna make 209 today?" He's like, "Yes." Okay, and that was then when we went to Florida.
So he's gonna die then, right?
Yeah.
He's going to be on death's door.
All right. Podcast 19.
Boom.
Yeah, it's been oh man. We missed a podcast or a week. 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Where we were supposed to do the podcast. Yeah. Everybody's super busy. We got a lot going on. Super 64 coming up.
Yeah.
Work for everybody. I mean, we there's a bunch of stuff going on.
Life is life, and for sure.
Yeah.
No question.
It all in a good way though. So we're happy. Oh, we knocked over the microphone. It's all good.
There we go.
So we're in my garage. The reason why is because the mirrors that usually are on the wall behind us in my living room, I put those back up finally. And I didn't want to take it back. So I was like, let's see how the garage.
I mean, those are some pretty big mirrors.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Makes
just
sense.
you destroy the wall every time you take it down.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
Yep.
We're talking Super 64, King of the Table, and future event.
Yeah.
Into the fray.
Yeah. Let's talk about that. Talk about Super 64 first.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. The first thing I want to lead off with it is if you're 176 and you're hearing this and you have time,
There's still
whether
spots.
you're in the Super 64 or you outrank the Super 64 or you couldn't get in the Super 64, this would be the event to travel to.
Yeah.
Because you're going to get to touch a lot of hands in the tournament itself.
Yep. Especially a lot of hands at your weight. So, like, you know, even if you're not qualified for the right hand, you can come for the left. There's going to be tons of guys. I'm sure.
And you can pull right-handed at the
tournament. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
I mean, almost everybody at the one I went to pulled at the tournament as well. Yeah, very few guys didn't pull.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, and I went to the Super 64 for the 242. And that wasn't even my weight class, but still, you know, being able to compete against that many different types of people, you'll never get that anywhere else. There's really no other place that you're guaranteed to go against guys that are middle of the road, right? That they're like the same or supposed to be the same based on Aries.com. The same experience level, strength level, you know, that you are. It's very special. I think. I think it's a gem in the sport,
especially if you're a guy who's like, "Well, my Aries rating isn't accurate. I'm really one of the greatest to ever do this." Then you should go up and put your pants down. Yeah,
you should definitely
show everybody what you got, because that is where you put up or shut up.
Yeah, like
if you're 176 and you're like, "Yeah, that's not real," and you were the middle of the pack guy, but you didn't go to this. That's crazy. Number one, what an opportunity.
You could have made it real.
Yeah, you could have made it real, number one. Number two, you can get 5 Gs, right, and travel sponsorship. Yeah. And then you can go do some real damage like you think you can.
Right. Imagine being paid to go to other events to make money.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Sick. That's double payment.
I mean, that's literally the dream that I think all of us aspire to as athletes.
Right.
So to not even to not give it a shot, I think is it's a detriment to like your career as an arm wrestler and just maybe you as a person.
Yeah,
it tells you a lot. Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah,
I think. Well, yeah. Sorry, I cut you off.
No.
And call out those practice pole giants that you know and tell them, hey man, you kill all of us. Why don't you go to the Super 64? Well, show us what's up.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah, because you definitely have a lot of guys at their practice that's the bad dude.
Yeah,
and then you look at the tournaments that they've gone to, and you're like, oh,
right,
okay, this is your opportunity. Here it is, served to you. And those are the ones you got to take. You got to take those opportunities and win. Yep. I also think at that event, it's good for all weight classes to go, just because you'll get a good card out of it, typically out of San Antonio anyway. But it's a fun event. The after pull for it will be big. Yep. You'll have a lot of dudes that stay and pull. They're holding it at the Well. The Well is a really, really dope place.
Yeah, it's an indoor-outdoor place.
Indoor-outdoor,
yep.
Yeah. And like half the after pull was outdoor and half was indoor. And it's really, really a cool spot. You can bring the kids. It's really, really kid friendly. And it's massive because we had like 370 or so people at the 2023 Texas State. And it was at the Well, and it was awesome. Great event.
Damn,
So,
I don't think I went to that.
Yeah, I didn't go to that.
No, that was right before.
Yeah. The Well is awesome. That they had the Southern there, right?
They had the Southern there.
Regional, and then I think my first ever tournament. No,
Yeah,
second.
I think it was there.
Second.
Yep.
Second tournament. That place is cool. So yeah, if you're at 176 and you see this podcast before Saturday,
Put up or shut up. Let's go. Let's go. We want to see you there for sure.
Hit up. Did they have to hit up Corey?
They could hit up Corey to try and get in.
Yeah.
They could not just show up and get in.
Yeah,
right.
There's a few more spots. So I mean, if you think you belong in this, in the category of where middle of the road guys are, like myself, I mean, call Corey up, man. I'm sure he can get you in.
Corey Miller on Facebook.
I think
if you hit up Dustin Poles on Facebook, I'll 100% fight to get you in. Yep. So, just let me know. But yeah, you could reach right out to Corey or right out to Frank Callahan if you didn't want to reach out to Corey. And Corey's going to be there. So if you're a 176er and you want to show someone legendary what's up, go down there and make an impression. It'll be cool.
Easy.
Yeah, I think 5 more spots left. So.
All right. Man, that's great.
Yeah.
Damn. 59 dudes.
That's so crazy.
So
like
sick.
Guaranteed.
Yeah.
At that weight, at your level.
Yeah.
Sick.
You can't guarantee that anywhere. I don't care what tournament you go to.
Yeah.
Without the way that these guys set it up, with the seating, like everything, this is how you do it.
Yes.
It's how you do it.
Super organized, and Ayers guys know exactly what they're doing. So it's going to be cool.
Yeah, and Corey's been, putting events together for a long time, much less these.
Yeah.
And, this is the third.
I was just about to ask, how many do you think they've done? Because I can't. So they did
242s, 198 in this one.
Okay, 3.
Nice.
Yep.
3. And they've had, obviously I think they pay out to 8 or 7
something
place,
like
something
that.
Like that.
It depends on how many people.
I don't know, man. Corey's
Super
talking
cool.
about I think it's like 6 or 8.
Yeah. And even still, like you get these medals for top 8 because I'm telling you guys, you might not win it, right? That's gonna be some stiff competition. But even getting top 8 out of 59, man, that's pretty damn good.
Yeah, but number 1's still pretty sweet.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
If you can get in there, that's a good thing. It's a good thing.
But if you get 8th and you think you're the baddest one,
no, you're not that.
Oh, you're delusional.
Yeah. But still,
those are my favorite. There's so many.
Yeah.
It's a really cool number. It leads me into our event, into the Fray. Yeah. We could talk about that a little bit right before we go into King of the Table. But one of my favorite aspects of the Flash Pin trials, which we've kind of been building into the Fray around, is giving guys the opportunity to put their money up, come and win, take everybody's money in a 4-man bracket where you're all going to arm wrestle everybody there. So a triple elimination 4-man bracket, winners go against winners, losers go against losers, and then those that have yet to touch will go again, and then it'll start over. And I think that it'll really give a lot of guys the opportunity to show that maybe they are that guy.
Right.
You can put up money, you can come out, everybody will put the same money up, and you can go home with a big prize, which is pretty
Do you know how much cash is going to be online?
Well, it's going to be $200 a head, winner take all for this particular event.
Oh, that's great.
So you'll have a shot at winning $800.
Nice.
And those are all pretty much put together. We're waiting on one more confirmation. There's a guy that really wants to go, but it's taken him some work to. He works offshore, and he's got to get somebody to basically switch that date with him, so he'll be free that week.
Okay,
that's good.
Nice.
Yeah, but we'll see. I think that's going to be a really, really fun thing going further into the future, even as that event grows. Another thing we're doing is making it free, and I think that was a really good decision. I think it'll be about viewership and getting eyes on the sport.
Yeah, because it's an interest. We're about growing the actual sport. So I want make it more accessible for people to watch it.
Yeah,
I think, and then innovating it. Right, this freaking 4-man tournament, I think, kind of solves that issue. But with where there's kind of some tension between tournament, people that love tournaments, and people that love super matches.
Yeah, that's the whole reason.
Yeah, it's like it's a small tournament or a bigger super match.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Especially if you have two guys go undefeated. I mean, the biggest difference between this and a round robin is if you have two dudes that smash their way all the way through it, and maybe one's only lost to the other once, but he picks something up that match.
Right.
Especially if he stopped it at all.
Right.
And he goes, okay, I know where I need to go. Now him and that other guy end up in the finals, and he still has to lose twice, and homie has to lose 3 times. I mean, you're in for a super match right now. Here we go. Yeah. And you're going to march out of the fire and into another.
Right.
It's so exciting.
It's different, man.
Yeah, that'll be really fun.
We've talked to a bunch of people about this that throw tournaments and stuff, and they're like, actually,
it's a great idea.
This is going to be cool.
Yeah. So
I think it's kind of like the first one ever.
I haven't seen
of doing that.
Yeah, doing it like this. Smaller round robins, but we specifically tried to avoid a round robin. We wanted to do a tournament.
Try and innovate it.
Yeah. So
especially when the end doesn't come down to one match. Right. Unless it's been close all the way through, which we'll get a lot of data. But the data collection in these formats is going to be nuts.
It's going to be so cool.
Especially getting different styles together.
Yes.
Briefly, we could talk about like the 209.
Yeah.
We made an announcement on that one. And that's going to be Ronnie Morales, who's a monster in the darkness at this point. I mean, he just shows up and pulls above his weight class and smashes everybody.
Right.
Really, his last big showing was him and AJ Henson, and they went back and forth left and right.
Right.
And I think Ronnie took left and AJ took right, and both of them were so close. And if people don't know who AJ is, AJ is the truth. That's a real lumberjack, hunting ass lumberjack.
Yes, sir.
And he's a bad man.
Yeah.
So you got Ronnie. Then we've got Caleb Ricks. Caleb Ricks and Ronnie have been at each other's throats forever in this game. Before I came around, they were the two that beat up on each other. And Caleb has the last win over Ronnie in a tournament. And then you have Cody Haga. Cody Haga came on a flash pin, won his match against Mike Zamora, who is very, very, very
crazy.
Strong. It was a crazy match.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And, his support alone has been really, really cool for all of us. He's the guy that thought he had like one of the best experiences of his life at the event itself.
Right.
Yeah.
And we had quite the party afterward, which was pretty fun.
Yeah.
So he wanted Ronnie really bad, and it was like, how do you feel about this? And he's like, oh my God, I get a chance to beat them all. So, okay.
Sick.
And then we had we were looking at a couple for the 4th from out of town. And then Ryan Carter, who typically is the top guy at 220 pounds in Texas, he said, man, I walk around under 220 pounds. Think I can make 209? I'm like, dude, you guys are the reason I don't pull 209. You're like 6'4". Fuck,
huge
man.
fucking
The
levers.
lever is really dominant. And he laughed and said, yeah, tell all those other guys they could just not show up. I was like, okay,
crazy.
I'll tell him you said that.
Oh my goodness.
So that's a crazy one.
That 209 is something special right there.
Yeah, that's going to be really, really fun.
And let's see, they're all kind of a little bit different in style.
Oh yeah.
So it's like you were mentioning before. Oh, one dude found out something about the other dude. You might have to go against him later.
Yeah.
You can't think about that too much because you got other guys in front of you. So it's like.
And Ryan becomes a real wild card for that situation because his lever and his top roll are so good, but he has a press as well from that. And that's a lot for these guys to wrap their minds around. And we have an athlete chat. In that athlete chat, Caleb sounds wildly confident.
Yes, he's like, I'm strong.
Yeah, Caleb's like, it's really weird. I happen to be really strong right now, so good luck, Ryan.
That's great.
And Ryan really thinks he's going to go right through everybody. And Ryan has beat most of them.
Yeah.
He went through Cody, and I want to say he got to go against Cody. You know what? Maybe not in some time, but he did go against Ronnie in that round robin that the TAL held.
Oh.
At 220.
Okay.
And Ronnie came in undersized. And I think Ryan and Anthony were the only ones to get him.
Okay.
So I know that Ronnie wants that match back real bad.
I'm sure he does.
If there's any turning it in, If Ronnie turns it in, it gets really interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know. And it's the same for Cody. I mean, Cody's a bad day for anybody as soon as it turns in.
Right.
So,
I
two
saw,
top rollers,
Yeah.
a stout. I mean, Caleb's good everywhere. And Ryan has, all the tools he needs.
I mean, personally, I really like Cody's chances. I think his training looks really good. I mean, the guy is really resilient too.
Yeah.
That's something that I feel like you can't.
Yeah, he'll bite down on the mouthpiece.
Yeah, you can't really train for. I feel like that's something that you have or you don't. So
yeah.
Okay.
Is that for?
This was the end of your bash in 22. Yeah.
And Ryan won that, right?
Yeah.
Ryan killed everybody.
Lost Bedwell.
Yeah, it was that was a fun one. And then we've got the 153, 54. The 154s. All of these guys, I'm pretty sure in the top 15 on In the Hook.
Yep.
You've got Kalen Gilstrap
Yeah.
coming back to 154 to hold down that spot in Texas. He's been the man there for a while, but he has competed at 176 as well at this point, but knows that's his home.
Yeah.
And he's ready to come back and stake his claim. You've got Jake Fussell, who's definitely the wild card on it.
Yep.
And young dude, beat Levi Knight, Texas State.
That was 24?
23.
23, I didn't. Yeah.
Oh, so it was 22 at the well.
Was that the super match?
No.
That was in the
He
tournament.
beat Cameron Williamson in a super match.
Yeah, that was.
And Cameron
domination.
Williamson is the third guy in this event. Yeah, and Cameron's like, there's no way he can lick me now. Cameron's coming off a win on Roman in a tournament.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
Crazy.
The guy you arm wrestled with at East vs. West.
Oh, okay.
On the after pool table outside.
Yeah.
Another guy.
Oh my goodness.
Really strong.
Yeah.
Right?
Super strong.
Wow.
After arm wrestling, who do you think wins now with him and Fussell?
But we haven't felt Fussell in so long.
Yeah.
It's so long.
Fussell,
It's so
I'm
hard.
telling you, he comes and goes, but man,
Jake
he's
the
a little
Freak Fussell.
firecracker, man.
Yeah.
He's
He just arm wrestles ropes all day.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's an underrated guy. Like, he shows up and no one knows who he is.
yeah. It's like, that's
And
a bad
he
day
just,
for y'all.
he's
It's like a part of me kind of loves that, but a part of me I'm like, fuck, Jake, get your shit together,
Yeah,
man,
come
and make a
on.
name for yourself.
this is his opportunity right here.
Come on, man.
Right.
Take home a check
Yes.
and,
Right.
make a name for yourself.
Yeah,
Right.
I love that kid.
And then you've got the wild card in Iskandar.
Yeah.
Mm.
And
Iskandar Mustayev.
Yeah.
Yes, Mustayev. If you don't know who he is, I'd love to say you can go look it up, but you'd have a hard time. I think he's a junior vice champion and really, really serious, living here in Austin now.
Yeah.
And in Houston.
Yeah,
In
yeah.
Houston.
Yep.
And he's a monster. He pulled 3 weight classes at Texas State last
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
year and wreaked havoc in all of them. I mean, he was an issue. I mean, I pulled him in the 98s. And
Yeah.
the dude stood across the table and
He
screamed.
wanted your smoke.
Yeah.
He was like, yo, come on, son.
Yeah.
All of it from
Relax.
everybody.
Yeah, he just
Yeah.
wanted all the smoke.
Yeah. There
And he just lays in.
Yeah.
And you're like,
Whoa.
oh,
You're
hi, little guy. Yeah.
That's
crazy.
fun. That's
Yeah.
gonna be really
He felt
fun.
great. Yeah.
Yeah, for a guy that small, it's nuts. I don't know that all 3 of them are crazy. Each bracket, all 3 of the brackets,
Mhm.
Yeah.
171, 154, and 209.
Yeah, but we won't talk 71
Yeah.
until we confirm the last guy. But he is a Texas guy.
Yep.
So we'll see. And then what we do with this going forward is going to be a lot like the match. We've got Tucker Keating going against Nate McCallan at 253.
That's gonna be a banger.
Man,
Tucker Keating, holy shit.
Tucker Keating, holy shit. And I think everybody knows him now at this point.
Yeah.
Nationally, he's
Mhm.
well understood.
Yes.
I'd say probably the most unassuming bad motherfucker.
Mhm.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Like, you better take him real serious.
Real serious.
Because as soon as he charges up, whatever he's doing there,
He goes Super
oh, he
Saiyan.
goes straight Super Saiyan.
He goes Super Saiyan.
And then he
and
cooks
that's
you.
it.
He's at level 1000.
Yeah, he goes straight 1,000
Yeah.
and then cooks.
Crazy.
It's
awesome.
awesome, man. It's so cool.
Oh, this card is gonna be
Dude,
crazy.
and that's like
It's
what
gonna
you
be
get,
good.
right? When
Yeah.
you're raised with a dad who's a national level puller, pulling with you since you were a kid, and your
Right.
dad buries you inside.
Yeah, you're just like
You've been getting your ass
just
whooped
getting
since you were
whooped.
9.
Yeah.
Now
doesn't happen anymore.
Yeah, no, he's wearing that.
Do you think he ever gets any like newbie pains?
No,
right?
No,
Tucker?
Neither
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, probably not.
It's like what's
arm wrestles all the time.
what's pain inside the elbow?
And then
What is
Nate
that?
McKellen sends a picture over the chat saying, "Tucker, you better be strong." And Nate looks like a goddamn beast.
Yeah.
Like Nate's showing up full tilt, dude.
Yeah.
When I first saw Nate, he was 300 plus pounds pulling, and he had beat Nick Adams. And I said to him, he's weirdly built for arm wrestling. These big shoulders, really long limbed. I was like, man, you could be a problem. What's really fit look like? And he's like, I can get much smaller. I was like,
yeah, do that.
what happens when you do? Man, he's dangerous.
Yeah, he looks freakish.
Yep.
With that flyer that Billy just put up.
Yep.
His forearm looks crazy.
Yeah, it looks like Lachlan.
Yeah, it looks like Lachlan's forearm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So those two locking up, and Tucker's confidence is crazy.
Oh, yeah.
I think they're pulling for $1,000 at this point.
Good.
Good on them.
I mean,
Did it like start at like 200? Like
No.
Bump that shit up.
Tucker's like, let's
Right
go.
away.
Yeah.
Wait, let's do it.
He wants all
Like,
the smoke.
I want to get paid, son.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And Nate wants to get paid too. So
Oh yeah.
this is how you pay yourself, boys. This is what's up. Like, we'll give you a platform that's going to be super dope.
Which I was telling Enzo earlier, there's a couple guys on it that are like, this is their coming back.
Yeah.
This
Yes.
right situation. Like, I want to let people know that, man, you must have forgot.
Yeah,
You know?
we have those guys.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm telling you guys, it's going to be a banger, and each one's going to be a banger.
Yeah.
I think with this, 4-man format, I don't think we can make a bad card just because of the way, like the odds,
And the amount of like proving ground we're setting up for everybody.
Right.
Yeah, I think it gives guys the opportunity to really talk some shit and come in and prove it.
Right.
Not just be over there badgering.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, you can come, we can do this.
Right.
We'll set you up. We'll make it really, really dope.
Right.
And here's your stage. And they're going to show up and go, oh, this is real.
Yeah.
Yep.
Everyone at our last event, they were all like, you were one of them, was like, oh, we're in like a commercial studio.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we're getting weird.
We're getting weird.
There's a director, and there's this other guy who's in charge of this, that, and the other thing.
Right.
It was like, oh my God,
I think what
are
people
we doing?
People need to understand is like, even though
It's crazy.
the athletes may not be the most well known, they could potentially be.
Yeah, this is the beginning.
But the production, the name Flashpin, it's gonna be great.
Yeah,
great
giving guys an opportunity to have some really cool footage they can use later.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, it's going to be really cool, and hopefully we can breathe life into those athletes.
Yeah, I think so. Outside of the 4-man, this is kind of like a proving ground, like you said.
Yep.
And then they're going to go against. So we're going to have a champion from that, and then the next 4-man at whatever that weight is, going to create contenders for that belt, crown, whatever we decide to do.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're a top 15, top 10 guy, you can kind of skip that line.
Yeah, we're gonna enable them to. We're gonna like bring them in and let them bang against any of the winners of a 4-man.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Like, there's some matches we're looking at, like Jordan Sill. Bedwell's already a champ.
Right.
And maybe we do a crazy 4-man to find him a guy.
Right.
Or we're able to bring somebody in for him, and we'll do the same thing for a lot of these guys that win. And the amount of like people that have talked about, I want to throw my money in and get in one of those is like, oh, okay,
Cool. Yeah.
let's set that opportunity up for you, and we'll do another one this year.
Yeah.
All right.
Absolutely.
Nice.
So, there's going to be more on that. June 14th is the date.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be in Austin, Texas. Flashpinproductions.com has all the information that you'll ever want about it. Dustin, you can hit up Lorenzo.
It also sounds like we're brewing up an after party.
Yeah. So after the event, we secured a venue to have an after party, like a real after party. One that I haven't been to after an event in arm wrestling yet. But it's going to be a legit venue to hang out, talk to everybody, dance if you want, drinks.
Arm wrestle?
Arm wrestling. food.
So it's going to be the real after pool party. And I've only been to a couple events that they threw a real after party, and it was an all-night banger. Guys were at the table all night long fighting. And so we're going to invite people. Yeah. Cool.
Yep.
That's exciting.
It's actually open to the public.
Cool. So hopefully we can market that out and get a lot of guys from Texas to come out.
Yeah, we got we have the event listed on Do 512 right now, which is a local
after
Austin.
party.
Yep. It's a local Austin like party page, or like what can we do on the weekend page.
Oh,
it's pretty cool.
Yeah, so, that's really cool.
I found them a couple of years back. They like almost everything that you can think of that happens in Austin is posted on there.
Yeah,
whether it's like whoever, any artist that's in town,
concert,
they'll post that this is happening on Saturday at whatever time. So I was like,
so it's already up.
It's up.
That's awesome.
So
yeah, maybe we should get that advertisement put up on Facebook.
Yeah.
And into Instagram so people could find their way back to it.
Right.
That sounds cool. That sounds really cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd like to see a lot of like a mega practice out of it in the end. Like a nightlife mega practice.
That's what it is.
Yeah. You could bring your wives, have a bartender. Yeah, let's do it.
Good time.
For sure.
Keep riding that high because, for me, it's like after events, I'm still like, I'm amped up already.
We're all in. Yeah.
What do we do next? And it's like they have after polls and it's cool because everybody's there or whatever. But I think we could bring a little bit more
life to it.
And make it a part of the event.
Make it a part, like just the next stage of the event before everybody goes home.
And the thing you want to bottle is that after the event camaraderie that everybody has together and coming together, and they start drinking and we start arm wrestling. Right. There's that was for me where I was like, these are my people.
Yeah.
I need to do this sport for this.
Right.
I didn't even have to be good.
Right.
If I could just go hang out and we can fight each other.
Yeah.
I think a lot of guys do that.
Yes. What makes the sport special is we have to figure out a bottle that. And maybe a part of the bottle is advertising it and saying, not only we're going to hold an event, but after the event, let's throw a banger of a party with all our boys.
Right. That is one of the ways that I'm thinking of getting more eyes on the sport. It's like, we do the arm wrestling thing. You might think it's weird, but like, come and watch it, and then after, come and hang out with us
because we're pretty awesome.
Like, we're pretty cool people.
Yeah, and arm wrestling's like the most accessible thing you can do.
100%.
And arm wrestling with pros is wildly accessible.
Wildly accessible. You can go up to
because I would just be like, let's go.
Yeah, and they'll be like, what?
And it's not just me. It's you. It's you, and it's everybody else out there is willing to get involved.
And you get to feel a strength that you never felt before. So,
you didn't even know existed.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Sports like arm wrestling and jiu-jitsu, you don't understand how strong people are really at different
until you get on the mat or you get on the table.
Yeah, and one of the magic things of this in comparison to jiu-jitsu is, sure, if we went to a nightclub after this and we started drinking and we started doing jiu-jitsu, that might be crazy. It's super crazy. But if we just have some tables and we're showing people, arm wrestling is what happens at a bar naturally.
Right.
We all have done that in life before we ever knew this. And God, why will no one out there arm wrestle me in a bar now?
Yeah. They're like,
no one.
They're like, no, man, what?
Yeah. I'm like, wait, you guys used to want to like, where are those guys?
Right. They're all gone.
Yeah.
Like, man, you're way too confident.
Hey!
In a non like
because I like every shot. They're like, what are you doing? I was like, I don't even know. Hey, you want to arm wrestle? Like, what?
Fucking handshake turns into this.
Yeah, anybody shakes my hand, I'm like putting them on the table. I'm like, what are you doing?
It's so true.
Yeah.
So we're going to try to, do something a little different. Hopefully people like it.
Yeah, hopefully people like it. Hopefully we can get a good group.
Yeah, and then we'll obviously improve upon it going forward.
Yeah.
Based on what people say.
Yeah.
But we also understand that it's not going to be for everyone, and not everything is for everyone, and that's okay.
Yeah, but maybe it will.
But maybe it will.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, I know that I would love it,
exactly.
and I don't even party like that anymore.
Yeah, but the wives too, like your wife that came to watch you compete, and we're gonna be like, we're gonna go over here. There's gonna be music, and she's like, something I'm interested in.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Instead of
And other women are going to be there too. So.
Yeah,
right,
exactly.
Right.
Other wives, other people involved.
Yes.
Make it fun.
Yeah.
Shall we wrap on King of the Table?
Yeah. Well, King of the Table 14 coming up this weekend, which is
that this weekend?
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
this
Saturday?
weekend coming
That's
up. It's on Saturday.
Oh shit!
May 10th.
We're doing pool party at Neat.
I know this is, but isn't
It's
We
is
don't
it
even
his
know.
thing,
what you talking about?
or is it the next weekend?
The next weekend.
Oh, 24th.
The 24th.
Yeah, we're
That's
good.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay. Whew, I was gonna say.
Ooh.
And we can pull at this. Oh, how fun. Great. We still have 2 weeks to heal.
Yes.
I was just going to do it.
Well, the only reason I asked, because like yesterday when you were asking Trey to like come down, he was like,
Oh, everybody's
I
going
was
to miss
like-
their last practice.
yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, this is your last practice. No, there's still.
Yeah.
We're
there's-
so good.
I mean,
Shit,
we
there's another two.
probably shouldn't go too hard, but
No, not too hard, but
yeah.
Yeah. I could go.
you can have a couple hard ones, but yeah, not the entire time.
Yeah.
Like to,
We'll see.
gluttons for punishment.
For sure.
I
These
can't
guys.
even help it.
That's very true.
Anyway, yeah, May 10th coming up this Saturday. King of the Table 14, crazy card.
We'll start towards the beginning, work
Yeah.
our way towards the main event before
My
announcing the
goodness.
main. Zurab and Georgie.
Yeah,
And it's Zurab's comeback, right?
Yeah. I think this is his second comeback, right?
Yeah. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe the first one was not as harsh though. This is going to be interesting. I think Zurab's too much though. Period.
Yeah, I
First
think he's
time.
gonna have way too much side, way too much.
Way too much cut. Way too much.
Yeah, I mean, but Georgie does well against guys like that though. So
So it's interesting.
yeah. So we'll
well,
see.
the guy he lost.
He lost to Irakli last.
Georgie did.
Georgie did. I don't remember who Zurab lost.
Yeah,
to
Zorab
last.
lost to the guy that also has a match on this card, like right after him against Law.
Oh,
against
Petro.
Yeah, so Petro beat him in the last.
Yeah, and Petro,
Yeah.
I think, took his hand
I
and
think
wrist,
so.
and
I think so. So anyway, yeah,
I'm going Zurab.
the man against Tataev. Didn't
yeah,
Zurab, I think, is like a freak of
we?
nature.
He is a freak. Of
yeah,
nature.
but Georgie, I think he does really well against like a style like Zurab, but who knows?
And it might be too big for Zurab too, in my opinion. He's a smaller guy. He's just so jacked.
Yes.
That he
Yes.
can't.
So he looks like he
Yeah.
should.
Yeah,
be.
Georgie's
Yeah.
6'7".
Oh my
Yeah,
god!
exactly. Super long lever,
Oh, never mind.
and I think was
He's
gonna.
6'7".
Yep,
He's a tall
exactly.
dude.
It's crazy.
These are the
209.
guys. These are the reasons.
You're
Mhm.
like
It's not my weight class.
189.
Yeah, I gotta just like, sorry. The lever, it's climbing a telephone.
I know
pole.
you're gonna be like,
You're touching the top
Yeah.
of the pole, and you
Yeah.
have to, rather than being in the pole and
Right.
able to move it.
Right.
It's such a problem.
Right.
yeah.
It's a big problem. You have to throw your whole
And Georgie's
body in.
back pressure is
6'7".
pretty sick.
Yeah, 6'7".
Yeah,
209.
That's freakish.
yeah.
He's a beanpole.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Beanpoles are a
Yeah.
It's
problem
like
in
a
this sport.
skinny Vitali.
All right, then it's Petro and Lachlan.
Yeah, man.
I better start checking out how tall these people are. Whoa, these guys are 5'10" and 6'1",
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
pulling at a heavier class. Oh, no,
235.
209.
Yep.
This is 209.
Yeah, that
Lachlan and
oh.
Petro?
No, it's
no,
just,
it's
232s.
230. Yeah. Which is
they just are both
106.
listed as light heavyweight matches.
105.
right. Oh, yeah, they
Weird.
are.
Yeah, I'm not.
But they all do kind of pull together. So I'm
You know, you never know.
well, I don't man,
It's
this
always
sport
like this
is
with the
so
weight classes
interesting.
and
Yeah. We're very planted in our weight classes.
yeah,
now.
we're weighted.
Good God,
yeah.
We're weighted.
weighted.
Yeah,
Like
we're
professional athletes,
Like,
any combat
guys,
sport
it
are
doesn't
weights.
change. We might do catch weights, but you're gonna know about it.
Yeah,
It's we have the weight classes as they are.
and we want you to know what they are.
But it's
And we
not
want
going to
you
be, well,
rally
this is a
behind
light
people
heavyweight
in it.
event. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like light
Who's your
heavyweight
favorite
is
light
not.
heavyweight guy? Like,
Right.
like for me, it's really easy to be like, well, John Jones, and then he went to Supers. I
Right.
love that too for him.
Yeah.
There's people I can track, right, of across
Right.
weight classes in sports.
Right.
We need to be able to do that in this sport.
Yeah.
Like, oh, what weight do you guys like? Oh, I prefer guys this. Lachlan
Right.
Deere is a light heavyweight.
Right.
It's fantastic.
Right.
But
But
he's going
like,
against Zurab, and you're
but-
like, wait, what?
or Georgie. It says Georgie's 209
Yeah.
at 6'7". And Lachlan is 235 at 6'1". Petro is 232 at 5'10".
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? So it's like, it gets very confusing.
Yeah.
Man, Petro and Lachlan, I think this is great for Lachlan.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be a really good match for him.
Yep.
And we'll see how he shows up. The man knows how to train.
Yes, he does.
You can't sleep on him.
Yeah, I don't see him. I mean, I think Petro is going to take his hand, but I think Lachlan will have enough strength and power to maybe finish it off.
I just don't think Lachlan has training partners that are good enough to prepare.
Yeah, that's huge.
And it's really a problem.
Yeah, it's a big problem.
I think his strength pedigree is fantastic.
Yes.
He just needs
across
to be
the board.
stronger
his
guys.
Eating and everything as an athlete, he is the athletic dude that everyone should strive to be.
But if you talk to Ryan Bowen, there's like 3 fucking Levons in
Australia.
So.
There's actually 30.
Yeah.
Standing around the corner.
Oh God. Yeah, it sucks in Australia for that, right? Because we were talking about that powerlifting dude that got into it, and he actually traveled up to Lachlan to train with him. But that's like a 3-hour ride.
Yeah, and Lachlan's the guy to train with there, which means he doesn't have another guy, right? Where Ryan is probably his best training partner. Right. It's like, oof, Ryan is not going to be able to move.
What about Mario?
I mean, Mario's
with like a band on.
Yeah. But like, there's not anyone good enough to talk technique with, bounce things off. You go to war with back and forth.
Well, and that's why we're saying, guys, you should get out of your state, your town, your city, and compete. Because when you go to these events, I'm telling you, man, there's no other sport where you can touch the elite guys and ask them for tips,
and they're like so far beyond what your scope currently is.
You can't even see them.
Yeah. I mean, when I touch certain people and I literally can't feel them, I'm like, what level are we on? It reminds you that you've only done it so many years. And it's like, okay.
But and then it starts to sink in that it happens to you too. Yeah. Because you'll touch a guy that just started and it's like,
what?
I'm doing some things now, you know,
I feel elite right now.
Yes. So, anyway.
So then we got Georgie and Dadikin.
Yeah, Svetkov and Dadikin.
This is going to be really cool. Yeah. Left arm, too.
Left, yeah.
I don't know anything about Georgie's left.
I don't know either.
I think Georgie...
it's right?
I think it's pretty equal. Maybe... I'm sure his right is better.
And Dadikin's left is stout.
But I think Dadikin's probably going to be too much.
Right, inside.
I think Dadikin is making a name for himself at super heavyweight.
Crazy. Yeah, he's still coming in undersized.
But I think he prefers it like this.
He wants to be fast. He wants to sink it in.
He doesn't want to lose no weight. He just is like, I want to eat.
He does.
And I want to stack. That's it.
Yes.
Do this.
Yes. All those guys do. All the guys he trains with, those guys are about being absolute
strong
animals.
Absolute animals.
And I give him so much respect for just not caring about the weight. I love that. I love that about an athlete who's just like, I'll compete at this weight.
And he's already at his max size.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I give him mad respect.
Ivan Matyushenko.
Yep.
And
Sergey Kalinchenko.
Sergey is just so fun.
Yes.
It's hard to root for him.
Yes.
But Ivan is so fast.
Yeah, Matyushenko's hook is...
It's like...
Yeah.
And deadly.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I mean, it's going there.
Can
Sergey go there?
I think Sergey can probably hold on for a little while, but I think
the speed, he's going to take too much ground to come back from.
He's not, and Ivan's cup, I think, is probably one of the best in the world. Probably top 5.
I mean, clearly.
I think top 5.
No one's busting it back.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Like, you got to get in there and beat him.
Right. He lost to Maratov.
He lost to
left arm, right?
Maratov.
Yeah,
on left.
Yeah. And that was a good match,
last win was
too.
on Camille.
Yep.
On left?
On right.
On right.
I mean, Camille's a big win either.
Yeah.
He gave up probably 100 pounds to Camille. For sure. What is he?
You think so?
250?
Yeah.
Maybe
I think
75?
Camille's
300 pounds?
282. His last match, he was 282, yeah. So.
Monster. So 30 pounds. Yeah. So then we got a really fun one.
Yeah, man. This is
Jocelyn versus Egglet.
Shout out Jocelyn. Yeah, Egglet.
Yeah. Jocelyn's the truth.
Yeah.
And this will be interesting to see. Jocelyn has not had to face anybody like
That's dangerous.
that made her say, "Whoa."
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She said, like with Sarah, she was just way too prepared and too big.
Yeah.
Where I think Igle is, her hand is sick.
Yeah.
And it's not, and she has the height too, whereas I don't think Sarah had that height.
She didn't have the size.
5'10".
Yeah, or the size, for sure.
Says she's 176.
She's not. It says Jocelyn is nothing.
Yeah.
I don't even have the stats.
Well, I don't think they have her stats yet because she hasn't competed on anything yet, other than
but
East First West.
Whatever we just went to.
I mean, once you compete on East First West, you'd think
should have everything.
Why they have hers and no one else?
it's crazy. I don't know. You would get all that information, but it's open weight super match. I love the idea of that.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever the weight, just go bang.
Yeah, I don't love it.
And
Again,
I don't love it when you're not established. And I get that it's hard to make those match because it's like you couldn't give Jocelyn Barbora.
no,
Barbora's just gonna smoke
unless she beats Egle.
And
And if she does,
I mean,
now
we give her Barbora.
No. She has to go against
Gabby. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
if
that
she
I think
beats
that's
Egle, she's
She goes-
too big for Gabby.
yeah.
It's too much height and size. She's gonna.
Yeah,
You think for Gabby?
Yeah,
I
think
think
they'll crush
so.
her.
No.
I actually think it's an easier match.
I
than
don't
Egle.
think so.
I do.
Oh,
Gabby was able to hold on to Barbora.
She slowed Barbora down.
Yes.
I think
I think the same thing would happen with Jocelyn. Would happen with Barbora. She's just too tall, and it's too much weight over the hand.
yeah.
That's why I say that.
Okay.
Not that Gabby's probably the greatest female arm wrestler to ever arm wrestle.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
I'm a Sarah fan. But Gabby has just, the accolades are out of this world.
Yeah.
At no matter what weight.
It's gonna be an interesting match. Anyway.
Yeah.
Right arm.
Then we go into left arm, Camille.
Georgia.
Yeah.
And Georgie Dragunov.
Zaranov.
No.
It's just
The
Zaranov.
D is silent.
The D is
I think it's
Yeah.
D2
Yeah. This
Camille,
one,
the left hand
Yeah.
monster.
you know,
And he self-proclaimed the best in the world, lefty. So
love a self-proclamation.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I mean,
Anybody, are you guys friends with him on Facebook?
I think so.
It's
No,
interesting.
his
think
YouTube
so.
channel, though.
To me, he's a great personality.
Yeah.
He's fun.
Yeah.
He always does really fun shit.
Super
His
confident.
He looks like a
daughters-
great dad.
Yeah, he has
Yeah.
his daughters come in. He
Yeah.
did like some dress up thing or something
Yes.
like that. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
His Facebook
Yeah.
is full of that.
Yeah. I'm sure.
I mean, I love when he's matched up. I think his shit talking. It's just
Even as
It's just-
cringy as it is, it's so
it's
good.
cold and it's confident.
Yeah.
And I dig that.
Yeah, I do too.
It's fun. Zaranov,
I don't know enough about.
I mean, he beat Rivas.
Revez.
Oh,
He
that's
lost
a big
him.
win.
He lost big time to Vitali.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that on
So
No, I was right.
yeah, I think
Yeah.
I was right. So
Maybe he's the left guy.
I don't
he
know. I think his
beat,
right is pretty good.
Wagner was the last.
He lost to Wagner.
No, he beat
No, he
Wagner.
beat-
Oh,
Right,
Wagner
man.
lefty ain't no joke.
Yeah.
He broke Michael Todd's arm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this should be a pretty interesting match. I'm kind of giving it like a 50-50. We can see we'll see how much these guys have leveled
Does
up.
Georgie have an inside game?
I think so.
Because if you meet that,
I mean,
press,
that guy is built like a I don't know what.
Like Goomba from Super Mario
There we
Brothers,
go.
the movie.
Yeah. Goomba. Yep.
That guy was so. He was at East First West, right?
At the one that we went.
Yeah.
No.
Who was that? Who was eating the lemons in the back
Georgie.
of the bar?
Svetkov.
Svetkov.
Yeah.
Watch
That
that.
right.
Just smashed
Crazy.
Yeah, Svetkov.
Yeah, he was just an absolute monster.
Yeah.
How do you get that big?
Koopa Troopa.
He was,
Koopa Troopa.
yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
dude. He had a shell.
Ah,
It
I
was
love
crazy.
the Mario references. Great.
Then we go into my favorite of the match of the day.
Yeah.
Matt Mask
Yeah.
putting out his crazy against Nugo's crazy.
Yeah, we had,
Yeah.
And that is a crazy match.
yeah, that's gonna be
it's,
pretty
I mean,
intense.
Matt's going to be shaking.
Yep.
Nugo's going to be
twitchy.
shaking.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're going to be yelling.
And it's it's the opposites. You have the guy who goes outside. You have the guy who
there's no way Nugo's going outside with that big carpenter hand that's going to just swallow him.
Right.
There's no way that the match doesn't end up with Nugo here.
Yeah.
And if he's able to shoulder forward, can he?
Yeah,
pull it back?
I think he has that definitely in his arsenal.
What do you think's going to win?
I mean, it's going to be because it's vastly different, right? Their forearm.
Yeah,
vastly.
So it's like if Nugo can get it to his side of the table,
I think he's. I don't know, man.
That's going to be tough for Matt.
I don't want to go against Matt again, but I don't know. Nugo's just he's very
fast
strong,
and super strong.
Yeah.
Fast and super strong.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is taking place at 232.
Is it?
I'm pretty sure.
Interesting.
Matt just won at 232 against
exactly.
So, and I know he wanted to make that as
light heavyweight.
Yeah, so they have Matt at 251 and Nuga at 232. So
you never know. So
maybe open-ish weight.
No, I think Matt will have to make the weight, and I think that works against Matt as well.
Yeah,
meeting that little butterball at that weight, who's just a ball of muscle.
Yeah,
dude, the curls and Nugo is
crazy, man.
Yeah,
crazy.
Yeah, all the training that they do there.
Oh, they're doing it. Yeah.
And again, I respect
like
Matt,
in North America, if you're lazy, and Todd Hutchings is not lazy,
right?
But if you are, and you subscribe to Biceps Mean Nothing in Arm Wrestling because Todd told you so,
I haven't even watched it because I was like, I don't need any of this heat right now because I can only imagine what's being said here.
Todd, any of you that think that that's real,
I mean,
you could just go to any Georgian channel and watch what they're doing, and it's like 60% of it is bicep related. But Todd is special, guys.
Exactly.
And he pulls in a way that you can't.
And Todd already has biceps.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a guy saying,
you're dying right
it's like a guy who has like big ass tree trunk legs.
Literally,
and it's like, you don't need to squat. It's like, wait a minute. How do you get legs like that though? Oh, I don't need to squat.
I was born there.
Oh, okay. Now I see. That's what Todd is doing. Todd is like, you don't have to do bicep curls.
Yeah,
but why, Todd, you have biceps.
This is why we did that podcast where we can't listen to all of the arm wrestling.
Yes. All I want to know, I just want everyone else to know out there that if you're like, no, Todd says it doesn't matter, so that's why I don't curl.
Smack yourself in the face.
You don't curl because you're lazy. And you don't train anything else except for when you arm wrestle with your friends.
Right. Yeah. And you have your little fucking...
Or you do your Devon lift.
2-pound band that you're like sitting at work doing like all this shit.
Yeah.
No.
I'm working out.
God, I'm not even getting to biomechanics and all this.
Tough.
That's crazy.
But I think he's also doing that to troll because you do see it in his program where he has a judo belt. He's doing back pressure lifts.
So that means that Coach Ray is also troll, right? Because he asked him about it, didn't he?
Did he?
Yeah, he puts there's a video out that's the title of the video says like, oh, you don't need biceps for arm wrestling or something like that.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't.
There's another video out like Todd is measuring his bicep and sending it to Rustam. Saying, I just want you all to know that you don't need this. But Todd does pull in a style at which is unlike what any of you out there do. And if any of you think you pull, like you're like, oh, I pull a lot like Todd Hutchings. You're probably actually saying, I get my hand taken every match, and I just, I try and get through it. You're dead right now. I love this part.
Do we just Google what the bicep does, and you'll figure out that he's a fucking idiot for saying that. I'm sorry, love you, Todd Hutchings.
Probably our favorite arm wrestler.
100%.
Yeah.
Stop fucking telling people stupid shit like that.
And you're an engineer and you understand what the bicep retracts.
What the fuck? What are we talking about? Like this is not how you arm wrestle. No. You arm wrestle like this. I'm not even getting into it. Anyway, that's crazy. Yeah, I hope so.
And thank you, Todd.
God damn.
Yeah, he'll be watching this and be like, that's it right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Got him.
And it's an angry black man. Perfect.
Yep.
Yeah.
Even better.
Easy. That was so easy.
What do we got next?
Artur Makarov and Daniel Prokopchuk.
Yeah.
Daniel's one of my favorite arm wrestlers. So.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%. Who did we see? It says lightweight.
170.
No, Arthur is the guy that looks like Vegeta.
Yeah. He's got the mutation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His hands all crazy.
Yeah. So, I mean,
You called it a mutation.
He beat Mendogas.
I mean, it is a mutation. What do you want me to call it? It's an upgrade.
Arthur beat Mendogas?
Yeah.
So that's a serious person.
That's a serious. He's the champion.
Vegeta.
He's the champion. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
That's rough.
Yeah. He's definitely at a level 1000.
Mindy must want that match back so bad.
bad.
I don't think so.
Adam
Warzinski beat him.
Yeah.
Adam beat. Oh, so I think he had an injury and then he was coming back.
Oh,
And I think
Plus, it
that's
looked like
when
he was
Adam.
35 pounds under.
yeah, because
Yeah.
Adam came in at 209.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's going to be a good match.
Yeah, it should be. It's gonna be right arm. Yeah,
He looks like a boy.
He looks like a boy.
And he just goes up there and pulverizes you.
Mhm.
Destroys.
Get away from that guy.
Yeah, he's beat
Destroys.
Engen.
Kind of guy that sends you home and you never play with your ball again.
Oh, no. He just takes it from
Takes
you.
your ball.
Yeah.
Like, damn, I just
Looks
got
like
That
you.
little
the
guy
whole
took
time.
your ball.
Yeah, that's cool.
Gennady and Ibrahim
I
Saga.
wish they were talking more about this match.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So,
Ibrahim showing up at 115 kg? Crazy. I don't think so. But maybe.
Yeah,
There's
I don't-
no way that Gennady is.
I think
Right,
Gennady
right.
is going to face something he hasn't faced.
Oh, you think he's too much for Gennady?
I think so.
And I think that Ibrahim is stepping up too high.
Yeah.
I think he's stepping up too high right now.
You think so?
Too.
Oh, I think Gennady is only lost to the best in the game,
Yeah.
and that's the reality of Gennady.
So
He's got to come back.
the
and
only
prove
the
where he
only
is.
reason why I say that is that I'm looking at Gennady's shape, and I would say in the last 2 years his shape has declined drastically. He looks
Okay.
very deflated.
Interesting.
I mean, his match against Devin was like not competitive at all, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
But he won.
That Devin won, yeah. So I don't know. I think Ibrahim is going to be a
Gennady,
tough cookie.
Gennady beat Devin though too.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But that was, I think that was prime Gennady. That was a really great shape Gennady.
Yeah.
And if you look at that Gennady and you look at the Gennady recently, it's very different.
Yeah.
It's very different.
But what do you think? How do you think Gennady's shape was against Michael Todd?
I don't think it was good.
That was probably the turning point.
Yeah, you
I don't
felt
think it
like
was
he
good.
didn't show, like maybe he didn't give Michael Todd the respect he deserves in that wild move he goes into. He just thought, that's dumb. I can beat it.
I don't think he's really training all that much.
He just shows up.
Because I'm looking at his body and it doesn't look the same. You know?
Yeah.
It doesn't look the same.
Yeah, I'd have to.
The arms look kind of like
shrunk.
shrunken, you know, who knows? But just visually.
This will be a good way to tell.
Well, yeah. This
it'll be a great way to tell.
If
sure.
you're right, this is perfect for you.
Yeah, for sure.
If you're right, yeah. And Ibrahim, if Ibrahim chews him up,
Yeah.
Gennady goes way to the back of the
And I think that loss that he had against Reno is probably going to spark something in him too. So
Yeah. Oh, for Ibrahim?
Yeah.
Big time.
You know?
because it was
Big
close
time.
too.
Yeah.
And like he completely dismantled that boy's arm.
Tore it apart.
Crazy.
Yeah.
And Ibrahim's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now
All right.
probably the other biggest match, or maybe the biggest match.
Yeah.
Hutchings versus Rustam Babayev.
Yep.
When was the last time Rustam lost? It was
Iraqli, I think last year maybe. Last year or 2 years ago.
and he
Yeah.
punched up, right?
Yeah. It was a close match too.
Oh, Paul Lynn got him.
Yeah, he got hurt.
Yeah, but he
Finished.
tore his pec.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
right.
yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, he tore his pec.
Yeah, Iraqli.
2-3.
2-3. So it wasn't
It was a close match.
Yeah.
It was very close. You know,
That's
Iraqli
good.
was just that much faster.
Oh,
than
and then
him.
they rematched against Paul Lynn, and he smoked
smoked him.
Paul.
Yep.
Yep. I
Yeah,
remember
3-0,
that.
not even.
Yeah. Not even
Yeah,
close.
I remember
and then
watching
he
that.
beat Cedrus. I forgot.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
crazy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So his form is getting bonkers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And want to talk about small versus big.
Mhm.
That's
That's why this guy's also a guy that we need to be watching.
Yeah.
Of course.
5'7", smoking these big boys.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's something different, man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Zurab needs to train with this dude.
Definitely.
Take some notes.
Yeah.
Because
I mean,
And he's jumping up to go against Todd at 209 for the
Mhm.
title.
Which man,
what are your thoughts on that?
I don't know.
Because they're going to go
That's
inside.
a fucking great match.
He's not going to do what Irakli did and bust that thing back.
No.
Todd's going to
Yep.
go with him.
Yep. And they're just
Ooh, it's going to be nuts. I'm going to go
Off
ahead and
the
call Torn Pec on Rooster.
on Rustin.
Whoa.
Because when those things
It's
get
too much
compromised,
Yeah,
horsepower.
it doesn't
Too much
come
horsepower.
back.
Yeah.
Todd's horsepower sideways,
Yeah.
and as you peck deck across,
Yeah.
woo!
Yeah.
Talk about separation.
Yeah.
And you did it against Paul Lynn.
I wonder, do you think Todd Hutchings' move is hitting to pin or just to control?
I think
he
it's
hits for
pin.
control. Oh, you're right. You think he horsepowers all the way?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that he
so.
flies and he gets caught in places and then sets up static pressure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because he
That
doesn't
place.
really re-hit.
Yeah.
He doesn't really take height. He doesn't like give to gain.
Mm.
He lays in and stays
And
in, which is not like what you do.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you might be right. You go straight for the win.
I mean,
And then you
like,
just hold
like
it.
for instance, we did like a ready go.
Yep.
When I hit you,
Yeah.
I hit to
Yeah.
pin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So I mean, but who knows?
Yeah.
But the other thing
Interesting.
is that Todd is working Supernation too,
Yeah.
and I think that's gonna
I
be
think
huge.
that Todd needs to go reek
yeah,
and hug it up.
yeah. That's exactly what's gonna
Bring it
happen.
as close to him as possible. Because if Rustam gets it close to him,
Well, he
Yep.
can't because he doesn't believe glasses.
He has no back pressure.
Yeah. He has zero back pressure. He only has a
his
tricep.
brachialis is spaghetti.
It doesn't exist. Yeah.
Yeah, it's his pressing muscle. His tricep.
Oh,
does
that's
all of
So it's this, but it's
yeah, he
here.
must actually be going.
So what's actually happening is he's pressing into people, and they're pushing back into him.
so
So
much
he's able,
that it ends up
that it
sideways.
ends up.
I love it.
Anyway, yeah, that's gonna be a banger. I'm so
Todd, please bring
excited.
this motherfucker
Yes,
home, dude.
please.
Yes, sir. Good match. Oh man,
Paul Lynn,
Paul Lynn and David
Samusha. This
Samusha.
is crazy right
I
now.
don't think it's very crazy.
I
No,
think Samusha's a lot.
I think
It's
he's
too
a
much.
ton.
yeah. I think what's gonna happen is that Paul is gonna lay into him, and David's just gonna hold that bitch the way he does everyone.
Yeah.
I have to believe that Paul Lynn's ceiling's really high, and he's been training really hard, and he has been,
Yeah.
and he's going to be able to stop this. But that's just me rooting for the American, where I think he's in deep water.
Yeah, but should be
He
good.
won the last time out.
Oh, they fought before.
Yeah, 2022, right on.
Oh.
2-3.
2-3.
Ooh, I don't have that to go back on in my mind.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I don't
East
remember
versus West
that
3.
at all.
Fucking
Holy
dog.
shit.
I just started arm wrestling when
yeah.
that came out. I did not even know what East versus West was. Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that match completely.
I wonder what weight this is happening at.
I mean, I'm assuming David can just come in at whatever weight then.
Are
No?
they competing at 209? Maybe they are. Who did Paul beat to become the champ?
I want to say Rustum.
Says they're at one. What does it say? It just says world title.
Yeah.
No idea. Who did he beat to become champ?
Was it Rustum?
Hold on.
It's got to be his last. Krazy beat him.
And
That
then
was
Rustum
it.
beat
Wait,
him.
Rustum beat him.
He beat Lachlan at King of the Table.
Mm.
Irakli won. East vs. West 11.
Yeah.
Who's the champ here? Is
David.
the other guy the champ?
David's the champ.
Oh, okay.
For
so
sure.
So is he going down to 187 to fight David for his belt? He has
This
to
is why I'm confused.
I wish we knew these.
I'm like, this doesn't make
sense. Whoa, is he? Man, Paul Lynn at 187?
Like, I
want to know because he and me have super similar size. Like when we cut down to 209, I was like, whoa, we're like the exact same build.
Yeah.
I was like, you're gonna make 209 today? He's like, yes. Okay, and that was then when we went to Florida.
So he's gonna die then, right?
Yeah,
he's going to be on death's door.
Yeah,
he drops down to 187.
He did not look super healthy
at the 209.
Yeah.
So there's no way he can
oh boy, I mean, he'll do it. He's not gonna. I don't think he'll have a problem doing it. Performing at that way.
Yeah, exactly. That's.
I don't know. That seems like a lot.
I don't know. Like, I know you want a paycheck or a title, but like, I don't know.
Is it one of those things where it's like he's struggling at the weight he's at? So, Engen's like, well, how about here?
I don't get it.
You know what I mean? I don't know.
I mean, I would like more info on this.
So, all right, let's see his last.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, Paul's ceiling has to be very high. He hasn't arm wrestled forever.
He has been training with, I think, Todd Hutchings.
And his weight training has been fantastic.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that was to get lower, stay strong and cut that weight.
Right.
I actually just messaged him. But because his ceiling is high, because of the lower time he spent in the sport in comparison to someone like that,
right,
there's a chance that his gains are pretty gnarly.
Maybe.
And he's beat him before. So he knows what's up. He's got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Paul Lynn, we're with you. Let's go.
Let's go.
Paul Lynn's going to hook.
Let's get it in there.
Maybe we should go outside.
All right.
Maybe you should go outside.
Yeah.
Maybe you should go outside.
All right, last match. Vitaly Loletin.
Yeah.
Michael Todd.
Look.
Look.
I mean,
we're Americans.
We're Americans.
I love that you have to say that. We're Americans. He looked at me right in my eyes, too. We're Americans, all right?
First. Never forget this.
We're
Americans first.
Yeah. You remember when Hunter won against Mindy?
Yeah.
Oh. Yes. We're Americans.
Rise of America first.
But
that's a big, scary critter.
Yeah.
That's a massive human being. Yeah.
I bet
it is like that.
Michael's going to have a tough time just trying to slip.
I think so too.
He needs to slip.
And Vitaly likes
and
to
Vitaly will grab that thumb.
He loves to hang on.
And will fucking rip that shit off.
Oh, boy.
I think he can get around that. But I understand what you're saying very well.
I think it's not going to fucking matter.
I think that Todd is going to go under for the slip.
Yeah.
And force that thing down.
Okay.
And then if you hang on to the thumb, good luck.
Yeah. But I think Vitaly knows that, and he might try to pin it outside of that.
And if he does, it'll look like this. That's the move to do that.
No.
Oh.
That would hurt my feelings.
His shoulder, nothing moves, and he goes like this, and he goes, "You don't need biceps."
I'll be like, "Fuck,
he's right."
Damn it! Never mind.
Todd was right. Damn it!
Match.
Yeah, against one of the best Americans ever. Yeah, I don't think I can handle that. So
I think.
Does Todd stop the match? Is what it comes down to.
I'm sure he could. He could.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I think he will.
Here's the difference that I see is that Vitaly is a little bit more versatile than Michael Todd. There are more places he can go.
Yeah.
Versus Michael Todd.
Yeah.
Michael Todd trains in these other ways, but I think there might be like a mental barrier that stops
when he gets to that level.
Yeah, when he's going against these top guys, he's like, nope, I have to do my thing, and it's like that's cool, but changing from that, I think that there's more.
Like, imagine if we saw Michael Todd top roll.
I'd be like,
because he's gonna sit up above him.
Yeah,
and it's like, Michael, try.
Yeah,
try
to go over the top of it.
Yeah.
What?
But I think
you guys are wild. I'm so sorry. I'm like,
Michael, please kick me.
Yeah. We're Americans. We dream. Okay?
You dream,
we dream real big.
Real big, yes.
But,
we're with him.
Oh,
yeah, for sure.
That's a lot. It's a lot, you know, and I don't see any training videos from Michael Todd, but I see Vitaly's training videos right now.
Yeah. He looks crazy.
Oh, he's training with Marzov, and, you know, and all those guys.
His ass,
talk about a training partner, Marzov.
Yeah.
Although shout out to Corey West and the box jump he did.
Right. Oh yeah. Super athletic.
So that next level. That's why we had to post it. I was like, that is the shit, guys. No fucking excuse for not training your entire fucking body. What are we doing? That guy is damn near 400 pounds, 36-inch box jump.
Sick.
That's nuts.
My box jump.
Yeah.
My box jump.
Yeah. And I am not that big.
That's funny.
It's that was fucking awesome.
I thought he was going to get hurt.
Yeah, I thought his head was going to hit I thought he was going to fall forward.
Like he was going to shin tap it.
Yes.
And it was all
he cleared that shit like
easy.
No problem. Probably do 40 inches.
Yeah.
If he really thought about it. Yeah.
But he's a gangster.
Nuts.
Yeah.
That's nuts. Good for him.
No belly, too.
Yeah.
He was slim as fuck.
He looked great. Yeah, he looked great.
I mean,
and he could just get even better.
Yeah. I think he will. And I think that learning box jumps is extremely important for every sport. Explosivity translates no matter if you're doing it from your feet or if you're doing it from your hands. Like
you're asking your central nervous system to get involved in your activity.
Fucking ready to do output.
Here we go. It matters. Yeah,
so,
it matters.
Oh, damn. I was so happy to see that. When my wife Haley showed me that, I was like, fuck yeah.
That was pretty cool.
This is the shit. Shout out Corey West for that.
So we'll be shout out to Michael Tugg. We'll be rooting for you. We want you to stop the match.
We are Americans.
And if you can stop the match in that crazy way and wear him out, and he decides to try and his hand goes, and he goes again and his hand goes.
Right. Have we seen Vitaly press?
No, but I bet you he's training one.
I would
after the Hermes thing. And I bet you he's also training endurance.
Yeah,
I bet you
because he was going through it when he was going against Hermes.
Yeah.
Oh, Dave. Yes.
Yeah. I bet you they're.
Yeah.
You know, he's sitting in all these positions, and they're just pulling on him with a band, and he just has to sit there or push through it, or whatever.
Yeah, and he's 100% arm wrestling too.
Yes.
So
Yep. Great. It's gonna be a great card.
I think the best king of the table yet.
Yeah, I'm just not thrilled with like 6 hours of arm wrestling to watch on TV, but that's what we have to pay for.
It's what it is.
It is what it is.
It's a day event.
Yeah,
we'll make it really fun.
Yeah.
Awesome.
We got to wrap this up.
Yeah, we gotta be done. More information to come on our event, Into the Fray. Once again, flashmanproductions.com. Gonna start releasing more flyers as we go. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So
once we drop those flyers, let's have some conversations about who's going to win.
Yeah.
I'd love to hear the people out there's perspective.
Oh, please, guys.
And I'll help get the athletes involved in shutting your perspectives down. That'll be fun.
No, 100%. Yeah, I think I'm going to do some of those community quizzes or whatever that I can post and see what people the surveys and see what
and I'll actually throw up to the athletes a little bit about the party that we're going to have.
We definitely want to start promoting. Yeah. But anyway.
Yeah, if you guys want tickets, reach out to us. It's gonna be an awesome event. June 4th.
June 14th.
June 14th.
It's Father's Day weekend. It's also on Flag Day. But think about that. I know that there's people out there, families, fathers. Maybe your dad wants to go to an arm wrestling match and hang out with some arm wrestlers for the day. Just a bunch of guys doing guy shit. Yeah. It's a good time. So think about it. Good gift. There's all kinds of perks, swag bag, all kinds of stuff. So, let us know.
Rock on, boys.
Awesome.
2 weeks from now, you'll see us again. We'll talk some more.
Woo. Peace.